That's correct. So nouns, they may be less tactical, but they still have some surprises up their sleeve. So I want to break down this one round here against MIBR a couple weeks ago, and it's going to be a B hit, but there's a bit of a twist to this. So what we're going to see initially is that Cynic, he's going to get here towards the entrance of the banana position. And normally, whenever tees are set up here, you just have a flash that goes over the roof, and that initiates the push. But this is going to be a little bit different. So what we'll see instead is that CJ, he's going to toss this Molotov as well as this smoke that's going to land towards the school's position. Now, the interesting thing about this utility set is that it actually remains intact. So even though the smoke comes in, the Molotov is still up. They both exist at the same time. And this is actually very deliberate because with this utility, what it initially does is that for the Molotov, what you'll see is that the Molotov lands first. What this does is that for a CT who's playing on top of the school's position, he's forced to make a decision. He either pushes forward more towards the site, or he's forced to fall back. And the interesting thing is that if the smoke comes through, and if the T or the CT decides to fall back, then they're going to be trapped behind the smoke, because eventually when that Molotov fades, it then gives control for the T to have the site. And if they decide to do neither of those, you'll see here that this player here towards the school's position, he's just stuck here in the fire, and he ends up going down. Now, what this ultimately does is that this combo ultimately allows Cynic to cross over towards the right side, understanding that that fight isn't going to exist for a brief second, and that allows him to actually go over towards this right side here to take a more isolated fight on a player towards the site. This player here has to overextend towards the left if he wants to fight. What that does, it provides a situation where now they can fight this player exclusively towards this first orange position, as you'll see exit right here. By the time they actually come through, he has to fight 3 different Ts, all coming at varying angles. So that's what that utility set does, is that instead of a flash, they use the Molotov and smoke combo at the spool's position. It's a very interesting surprise. We'll have to see if Liquid, whether this actually catches them off guard.